Hello, welcome to Celebrity Chatter and Things That Matter with Elijah, and that's me. I'm interviewing a couple people today. One of them might be a little late and join later, but we'll see. Will you guys introduce yourselves and tell me what you do for this film? Oh, and there's the guy we were waiting for. There you go. So just introduce me and tell me what you do for this film.
So I guess I can go for first. Hi, my name's
Yeah.
Andrea. Hi, my name's Andrea Clarke, and I am the producer, one of the directors, and one of the screenwriters for A Revolutionary Tale.
Eliza, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Eliza Kelly, and in the trailer I play Maggie Patterson, the mother figure.
And Hudson.
My name is Hudson Berry, and I play Elijah.
Yeah. Andrea, can you tell us about this film?
Yes, actually, the movie is inspired by a children's book by Michael Dooling, George Washington's Army at Me. And it follows the adventures of Elijah, who follows his father, who joins the 6th Pennsylvania Regiment after the British horse soldiers stormed the farmhouse and his mother is accidentally killed. And so really the story is about George Washington's civilian army of 2,000 women, children, and men who supported the army during the American Revolutionary War.
Yeah, and I got the book right here.
Yeah, that's the extended chapter book, and then this is the picture book that inspired me. It just, when I read it, it's reminding me of the Wonderful World of Disney, who used to put out really adventurous movies on Sunday night at 7 for the whole family to kind of gather around and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
I hope so. Yeah. Andrea, what is your expectations and goals for this project?
Whew, wow, that's a big one. Well, the expectation right now is for us to finish securing funding so that we can roll camera. The broader picture is that my hope is that folks from all walks of life will come together and remember the magic of movies, to come and just really enjoy the adventures of Elijah and leave inspired to learn more about the founding of our country.
Yeah. And if you really like history, when this comes out, this is the movie for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Before you were talking about fundraising, which brings me to my next question. Tell us about fundraising.
Yes, so we just released our latest funding sizzle trailer, which we shot at Historic Tuckahoe last year. And so currently we are looking to raise $163,000 to get us through pre-production and on to our production budget of $5.9 million. And one thing that we're really fortunate about is we have a fiscal sponsor. So we're able to offer a tax deduction for folks who donate either as an individual or as a major sponsor. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really good. And again, if you love history and you want to see this movie, donate. Get the movie started.
Yes.
Yes.
Roll camera. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Hudson and Eliza, how do you feel about your roles?
I'm really glad about my role. I think it's a really cool character.
Oh, yeah, for sure. How about you, Eliza?
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey in terms of, while my time on screen is short, if you've seen the trailer, you know, but it's kind of an impetus. It's a beginning to how the family comes together, how the neighbors come together, and it gives an understanding of that community that we need and that maybe we've lost a lot of over the centuries, I guess.
Yeah.
So for me, I think it's really important because it does bring a lot of that to the forefront, that family and that community.
Right. Yeah. It's a good answer. I like it.
Oh, thanks.
For Eliza, I hear you study martial arts. What kind?
I do. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo.
Ah, cool. I study a karate called Ishinu.
Oh,
You
okay.
probably don't know what that is, but yeah, it's fun.
How long have you been studying?
4, 5 years,
Oh,
maybe.
wow.
Yeah,
All right.
almost 4 years, I think. Yeah.
Great. Yes, I happen to be able to meet a lot of incredible martial artists on one of my last films that I did. So it's
Oh,
inspired me to
cool.
kind of pick up martial arts again. And I'm actually going to a convention in Denver to study under some of the greatest martial artists in the world.
Nice. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What film was that?
It's called Black Creek, and it's a martial arts Western with Cynthia Rothrock and Richard Norton, Don the Dragon Wilson, Keith Cook, Patrick
Wow.
Patrick. So if you're a martial artist, and I don't know if you've been watching martial arts films, I did not growing up. So you know who any of them are, then you'll know who they are.
Yeah. For all of you, we'll start with Eliza, Andrea, and then we'll do Hudson. Tell me a fun fact about yourself.
Oh, I was bitten by a bat when I was 2 years old.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
How about you, Andrea?
I went on a family cruise in a boomer class submarine when I was in my early 20s, to where we
that
actually
sounds like
went out. Yeah, it was wild. We went out and
Yeah.
they dove the boat. We were gone all day.
Wow. That sounds
Yeah.
like fun.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And how about you, Hudson?
I'm a Boy Scout. I went
Ah.
on a camping trip. I got back yesterday from it. So,
Cool. Yeah. What kind of things do you do at Boy Scouts?
it really depends. So, usually we're just getting advancements done, like requirements for other ranks.
I've always wanted to do something like that because I always love being in nature and just living off the wild, basically. I always found that pretty cool. My grandfather was a Boy Scout. Yeah. For all of you again, we'll start with Hudson, Andrea, and then Eliza. How do you guys like to spend your free time?
I usually spend my free time. Well, first, does homework count as free time? Yeah, I'll do homework. But if I'm not doing homework, I'll usually mess with my older brother.
Yeah,
Go
that's the
play
way to
with
go. How about you, Andrea?
Wow, free time. What is that? Currently, it's 24/7 on the film project, and I have I have 2 other projects I'm also working on to include my daughter's art project. It's an animation music video series. My daughter is a savant artist. She has special needs, and she created some characters called her My Kids Friends, and so they're going to be starring in some music videos. So that's kind of what we do. Yeah. Although we did go to a reenactment this past weekend, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah. What about you, Eliza?
Well, much like Andrea, I'm not really sure what free time is. I do have 4 children, and we homeschool, and so there's whatever free time we have is kind of dedicated to everything going on around us at home, whether it's martial arts, or we actually do spend some time in the woods. My son is a scout as well, and yeah, just kind of ice skating, I guess, is another thing that we're picking up. I guess that's about it. And then honestly, for me, any extra free time that I can spend acting, that's what I do.
Yeah. Well, now you kind of have 2 Boy Scout sons.
Yeah.
Eliza. Yeah, and I've always wanted to go ice skating. I never have, but I've gone roller skating, and it's kind of similar.
It is. I find ice skating easier than roller skating, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's the ground that you're on or the blade. I did try rollerblading once, but I was in California, and we had some big hills, and for some reason, I thought that starting at the top would be a good idea. And it wasn't. And luckily, there was a wall of ivy right next to me, and when I saw the cars at the bottom of the hill, I grabbed that IV really quickly and stopped myself. And I've never been on rollerblades again.
Yeah, I've only been on rollerblades maybe twice ever, and 2 of those times were the same day. So once I would say, but I got a whole bunch of gear. I bought like a hockey stick,
Oh,
puck, everything. Yeah,
cool.
it was when I went to Florida for Christmas vacation, and my uncle bought me a whole bunch of equipment for it, and it was a lot of fun. We had an actual rink. We didn't go on a hill or anything.
Cool. Well, I hope you get to go
Yeah.
ice skating and see if you
Yeah.
like that just as much.
I've heard a lot of people say different things like, "Oh, ice skating's easier, or roller skating's easier."
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll see one day. I'll have my
There's
own.
more to hold on to, I guess, with ice skating in the rink.
Yeah.
To get your feet underneath you before you can really learn it.
Mhm. Yeah. For all of you again, we'll start with Andrea, Hudson, Eliza. If you could have dinner with anyone, past or present, who would it be?
Oh boy. Anyone, huh? Well, I have somebody in mind, but I think I'll go with choice number 2. I think it would be with my grandkids. Ava, yeah, Ava's 4, who's going on 44, and then my grandson just turned 4 months, and they're just so much fun, and just spending time with them reminds you to hold on to that child within yourself.
Yeah, I love it. How about you, Hudson?
Oh, maybe Teddy Roosevelt. He
Yeah.
was a really cool guy. I hear all these crazy stories about him.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. A president, yeah. How about you, Eliza?
Oh gosh, hearing everybody else's answers has really made my brain go in different directions. So, is it okay if I give a couple of answers?
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
family-wise, I never knew my grandfather, who was born in 1899.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he died a year before I was born, and I was always told that we would have been really good friends, basically. So,
Yeah.
but thinking along the lines of history, and this is gonna sound planned, but it's not. Like George Washington.
Yeah.
I absolutely, every time I go to Mount Vernon, I just feel like I'm home. So I really love that time period, the Revolutionary War era,
Yeah.
and the colonial period. I don't know if you can tell, but that's where I'm going tonight. I actually am a colonial tour guide, Old Town Alexandria. So that would be really cool to hear what he would have to say.
Yeah. Yeah. And if I was preparing for a role in Elijah and George, if it was something to do with a Revolutionary War and I was preparing for a role with that, I would definitely go out to eat with somebody in that time period just to get to know the role a little better. Yeah.
Yeah.
For all of you again. No, just for Hudson and Eliza. Why did you guys become actors? And we'll go with Eliza first.
Oh gosh. Well, I started when I was 5, and that was a really long time ago. I'm not going to tell you how long ago, but I had a neighbor who was doing a commercial, and he needed extras. And I was really lucky to grow up on a street where there were a lot of creative people. So not only that neighbor who got me started in that, but then my next door neighbor was also a theater director. And I started doing stage readings at 6 years old in her living room. And then at 9, I was cast in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. There was just never a moment in time where I didn't want to be on stage portraying somebody else. And
Yeah.
I did give it up for a long time, but when I came back to it as an adult after having a family, I'll never give it up again. So it's just one of those things that's internal.
Yeah. It's good. How about you, Hudson?
So I think it was just like I started doing print stuff, modeling, and one day I asked my mom, "Can I just try acting?" So it just came out of the blue. So
Yeah,
I've been
there
doing
you go. Yeah, I mean, if you like it, that's all that really matters, right?
it.
um, for Andrea, what is your proudest accomplishment?
Oh boy. Wow. Considering how old I am, let's think. I think it just goes. I think it just goes back to my kids. Making sure that they're growing up to be decent human beings. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Andrea, why did you want to become director, writer, screenwriter, whatever?
That's a really good question. I ask myself that often. When I was a little girl, I used to pack up my supplies for the day, and I would go off into the woods by myself and set up camp, and I would just think of all these different stories. I would also ride my bike down to the beach. I grew up in Virginia Beach, and I'd swim past the breakers and just float. So it was always all about stories. And several years ago, I want to say about 12 years ago, I decided to write and shoot a short film about Florentina's life, my daughter. And it just snowballed from there. We've done 8 projects. The feature will be the 9th project. And,
Wow.
I just love telling the story. I like the idea of people from all walks of life coming together and just, again, being captivated by the magic of movies. I mean, just to be carried away for those 2 hours. I just love it.
Yeah, that's a very cool answer.
Yeah,
I've always wanted a movie where there's just like anybody you could think of that is famous for some type of reason. That like basically just all superheroes and villains, just one big movie with everybody in it that you could think of, and just like they're. I've always loved action movies, so I thought if there was like a whole action movie, every superhero, every villain, I feel like that'd be really cool.
Oh,
And,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot, but that'd be cool.
I know, but how fun. I love that.
Yeah. And just for fun, I've been working on. I want it to be a full length movie, but I'm not really sure. I'm writing just something fun with my family, and an action movie. I'm not really sure the whole thing yet, but I'm just writing stuff down from time to time, just for fun, though.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. Just keep going. Just keep writing. But stick to your vision.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
For all of you, we'll go Eliza, Hudson, Andrea. What was your happiest day of your life, Eliza?
Oh, wow. Well, every time one of my children was born.
Yeah,
I mean, there's not much that you can compare to that. No matter how much you're experiencing on the daily adventures, and that's another thing, the adventures with my children, that's something I really have appreciated. That's from homeschooling, the ability to take that time and explore and let them grow and see them grow too. So I know that's not just one day, but
it's a memory, at least.
yes.
Yeah. How about you, Hudson?
Any day that I'm at my grandparents' house in North Dakota, I really enjoy it.
Yeah. What do you do most of the time if you're over there?
We'll go up for the summer usually and just stay there for 4th of July, have a giant firework party, and
yeah,
it's really fun because you can just walk everywhere. They live in a small town.
Oh, cool. Yeah, and I'm sure you get to talk to a whole big community, and just hang out and have fun. And then Andrea.
My mind's been going, as Eliza would say, because, the easy answer is the day my son was born. My daughter is adopted. So it's, you love them the same. It's just a different experience. But can I give you two?
Sure.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So the day my grandson was born, about 4 months ago, I was able to go up to the hospital room. And when they placed him in my arms, it was this surreal moment because he looked exactly like my son when my son was born.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so trippy. And my son even said to me something along the lines of, "Are you tripping out?" Or because it was just so mind-boggling. I mean, it was a spitting image. And so, so I just sat there for a minute. It was like a time warp. And then I know it was wild.
Yeah.
The other thing that makes me really happy is that, it took me a long time to recognize what my purpose was in this life, and being able to create stories that bring down barriers and put everyone on an even playing field. That when folks recognize that and what we're trying to do, because it's not just me. I mean, there's dozens, hundreds of people that are attached to these projects. It just really makes you feel good inside that, okay, people are getting it. It's, this isn't divisive. This isn't, icky. It's just all about, coming together as community and recognizing the fact of what we're all deserving in this life. So,
yeah,
which is free. Yeah. Which is freedom.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. I love it.
Thank you.
Now, since we have a little time, we have this game called 100 Questions.
Oh, no.
We have 100 questions. I'm not going to ask you 100 questions, but you could pick one number. We'll find that number, and there'll be a question there. It could be cool, weird, bad. These are all questions from fans. Most of them are good, so don't worry. And we'll start with Hudson. What's your first number?
Any number from 1 to 100?
Yeah.
72.
72. Who is the most interesting person you've ever met? And all of you can answer.
My mom.
Aw.
She's really awesome.
Yeah, I love it. How about you, Eliza? I see you're having trouble.
He's figured me out. Wow. Okay. So this is a cop-out answer in one way, but I'm going to follow it up with a non-cop-out answer. Okay. So I love people, and I find so many people so interesting because, especially on set, I just keep digging for information. Not like, I don't know, maybe it is tell me your whole world. But that's, if I have any time on set, I'm learning about everybody.
Yeah.
I would say currently, probably the most interesting person I've met was recently on set, and he's become one of my best friends in the UK. His name is Jan Simpson, and he has, I've encouraged him to write a story about himself because of who he is, and I feel like who he can be to the world if we put his story out there. So, in that same vein, I just want to encourage you, Elijah, to just keep going for that, to tell your story too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. And shout out to him.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Andrea.
There's so many, but I'm going to throw this out there and hope it doesn't flash back. But years and years ago, I worked with a band out of Los Angeles, and the bass player was Keanu Reeves. And when I met him, I thought to myself, wow, this is somebody I would have loved to have hung out with in high school. He was just so unassuming and just so kind and extremely talented playing that bass. And
Really?
I just never forgot that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a definitely cool experience to meet a guy like that.
Yeah.
I try to play bass at least.
Do you?
Yeah, I've played for my church sometimes if there's like a thing where kids are on stage. It's just a lot of fun learning how to do stuff. I'm not the best, but I haven't gotten to pick it up in a while because I'm so busy. It's crazy.
Well, you know what? You're starting to become one of the most interesting people, Elijah.
Well, thank you.
Agreed.
You're welcome.
Eliza, what's your number?
7.
7. Lucky number 7.
I forgot we all had numbers to choose.
What is your favorite line from any movie or show that you're in?
This one's actually easy. Wait, that I've been in?
Yeah.
Okay. So I played Mary Todd Lincoln, and if you've ever seen my demo reel, you'll see this. Mary and Abraham get into an argument about their son because she wants to hire somebody to reach him in heaven, have a seance, and she really feels that they can get reconnected. And he tells her to get a hold of herself, and she says, "Get a hold of yourself, Abraham. Get a hold of this country." That's my favorite.
Yeah. Good luck. Yeah. Andrea, how about you?
One of my favorite lines from our movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. It's Eli. You must join the fight for our freedoms. That is after. Yeah, that's after Maggie was killed.
Wow.
Yeah, it's intense. Yes.
Yeah. That sounds really cool though. Just that one line right there. I was like, I want to watch this movie.
Yes.
Hudson.
I'm gonna have to agree with Andrea. I find that one really cool.
Yeah.
Was I supposed to choose it from this film?
No, any film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did it wrong.
Don't worry, I would have called you out.
Okay.
Andrea, final number.
23.
23. What is an ideal way to spend your birthday?
Oh gosh. Am I still celebrating this year? I'm just going to be really cheesy and say this year the ideal way to celebrate my birthday is to be on set.
Good one. I like it.
Yeah. if I get my way, we'll be on set May 19th, but we'll see.
Yeah. And then, yeah. Hudson.
Whew. So last year I did a indoor skydiving place, but if it were this year, it would probably have to be the same thing. I just like the feeling of like hovering off the ground.
That sounds like a lot of fun right there. Yeah. I've always wanted to do something like that, go skydiving, or I didn't know that was a thing, indoor skydiving. That sounds like fun.
So after this, Elijah is going to go ice skating and
And then Eliza, what is the ideal way to spend your birthday?
Honestly, I'm going to have to agree with Andrea on set. I mean, for this, for anything, but yes, that would be, I have a big one coming up this year. And I've planned a lot of trips to celebrate that. But yeah, being on set and having films funded, I'd rather be working than playing, to be honest, because this kind of work is my play. So let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I want to do one more question, but I can't like pick a number for you guys. I don't know.
11.
11. I don't know. Oh, perfect. Did you ever get sent to the principal's office? If so, why?
Oh, Lord.
Thank you, Andrea.
I plead the fifth. Are you really want us to answer that?
Yeah.
Okay. I was sent to the principal's office for smoking various things and for skipping class and for being tardy.
Wow.
I know. I was a bad girl.
Yeah.
Can I go? Because
Yeah, go ahead.
I was the kid who skipped class and didn't get caught
Oh my gosh.
because nobody ever asked me for a hall pass, so I didn't get sent to the principal's office.
Well, well, have you ever gotten sent to the principal's?
I don't think so.
It's better than Andrea.
Oh, well, that's okay.
And then
I take that back. Oh, I take that
uh-oh.
back.
I haven't been to the
fifth grade.
principal's office, but it would probably be something stupid. I don't know what, but I mean, I have been to pick up my medication that I forgot to take.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, some crazy principal's office.
Well, how about you, Elijah?
She's gonna call me out.
First grade, or I think it was first grade. I got sent to the office during recess chest thumping people. I don't know. It was weird. Because we did it one time, and then the teacher told us not to do it again, and then for some reason we did it again, and then
Well, of course.
yeah. Well, but we were playing football, and then I think we actually ran into each other. Then somehow that was a chest bump. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. So, but thank you so much for this interview, Andrea, Eliza, and Hudson, for spending your time doing this. And I would like to thank our wonderful interpreter, my mom, Sierra, for spending her time to do this. And have a good day. And thank you again, all of you.
Thanks, Elijah.
Not taking your medicine?